Hello, hello. Welcome to today's edition of our 30-day challenge. Thank you once again for joining us. As usual, I'm going to be inviting several people to join us. So as you join us, you could just say hello, let me know where you're listening from. Okay? Today I want to talk about how to get high converting covers for your Kindle book, meaning ebook covers that should help convert to sales or whatever it is your conversion metrics are. If it's that you want to be able to get more leads, more downloads, more sales, whatever it is your conversion metrics is, your idea is to be able to use your ebook to achieve that. Okay, so I know we have done a lot in the last few days. I applaud you for staying strong and listening to all the messages, applying them, ensuring that you have your book ready and launched so that you can make money from your book, or you can get more leads from your book, or you could increase your authority via your book. Okay, become more well-known via your book. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. If you have any questions, please ensure you ask them towards the end. And I have some gifts I would love to give out today. I'm going to tell you the criteria for winning my gifts, okay? But that's going to be if you stay till the end. Let's call it Christmas today. I know it's not only Christmas time you give out gifts. It's not only I love giving out gifts and I love receiving gifts. So today that's what I choose to do. Okay? So let's get started. I've invited some people over. I'm going to be expecting more people to join us. But in the meantime, you could just say hello, hi, let me know where you're listening from. And if you've written your book or not. So if you've written your book, let me know, because part of my gift would also be valuable to those that have at least written their book, or maybe they're in the pre-launch stage, even if you have not perfectly completed your book, but you're in the process. Okay, so today I want to talk about you getting high converting covers for your Kindle book. So you have done the wonderful work, of identifying the reason why you want to write your book, your why, and your why kept you going despite all the challenges of no time, family members needing your help and assistance in the house, work, traffic, and so many other things. But despite it all, you kept going. Your why helped you to keep going, and you have now told people, oh yes, my book is ready for you to pre-order. Or maybe you have not even told people yet because you're waiting to get the right cover, the right title, but you're about to do that. Okay, so I will first of all just say, well done. I applaud you for the fact that you kept going despite all the challenges that could have come up and temptations to give up. Okay, so let me start by letting you know that a good looking cover doesn't necessarily translates to a good selling cover. What does that mean? What that means is that I'm sure when you're writing your book and when you desire to sell the book, what you desire is for as many people as possible to buy that book or download the book. But it's not, if you want people to pay for the book, to buy the book, it's not about, the book is very fanciful, the cover is very fanciful. As much as that's part of it, there are some, what's the word I should use for it? There's a psychology behind what is required to ensure that you have a good selling cover. Okay, let me give an illustration. People have websites. Some people look at websites as an expense, some look at it as an investment. Okay, why do I say that? There's some people that don't get results from their website because all they just wanted was, oh, I want a website, and in the end they don't really get much conversion, and it becomes an expense, and like, oh my goodness, I have to pay for hosting the domain once again. Nobody even got to know about my website, and so many things like that. That's because maybe the right things were not put in place properly to ensure that they'll be able to get return on investment when doing their site. So let me just give a few tips on what you need to do in order to have a good selling cover. Number one, the title has to be bold. Okay, let it be easily identifiable. Let the title be bold. Let people be able to easily know what your book is all about. It's not necessarily that you have an image there and the image is so big, it's bigger than the title, and the title is so small, nobody even knows what the title is all about. The title is supposed to reflect what your book is about. So let the title be bold. Let it be such that when the book is being when the image of your book cover is being placed maybe on the bestseller list or somewhere, and it's so small, like a thumbnail version, people should be able to easily see what your book is all about. At least let them be able to see the title. Okay, because remember, the title is part of what draws people in, and is the title that tells them why they should buy your book. Okay, so I mentioned that you should have a bold, easily identifiable title. Now, another tip I'm going to give is, if you're not so well known, you don't necessarily have to make the author's name so big. Let the focus be more on the title. There's no need to make your name even bigger than that of the title. No, you can just make it small so that attention is being drawn to the title and to the subtitle. What do you mean by subtitle? The subtitle is usually like it tends to be benefit driven. You know, the title might just let people, the title sometimes might not even necessarily say what the book is all about, but the subtitle would help add more value or more understanding to what the main title is. For example, the book I wrote is called The Competent Entrepreneur, and the subtitle is How to Hack Your Way to Competence Through Quality Training at Low or No Cost. So that means that if you know you want to become more competent and you want to do it by training that you can get maybe for free or at discounted cost, quality training, then that's a good book for you. It will help develop you know how to get to those kind of trainings that will develop your skills so that you can grow your life, your business, and all that. Okay, so the title and the subtitle, that's what. So let it be benefit driven. Let people be able to know more about it. So like I said, if you're not so well known, let the focus be more on the title and the subtitle. Okay, and not necessarily on your name, such that your name covers everything. Your name is even bigger than the title. It shouldn't have to be like that. Now, I know that a lot of people recommend that you have an image, and usually an image is very good for you to have, but you not having an image on your book does not mean anything. Okay, just ensure that the colors, you know, the title is bold. You have colors that are able to shout out, maybe proper contrast, not that they can't really see, everything just blends, the title blends with the background. No, let it be proper, good constructs. If there's going to be an image, that's fine, but you should also know that less is more. Images are very good when the image represents what the book is all about, you know. So if you don't really have a relevant image and you say, oh, let me add image just for the purpose of adding image, then that's not right. It's going to be a minus for you and not necessarily a plus. Okay, similar to anything in life, don't just do something because everybody else is doing it. Is it adding value to you? So if the image is not going to add value to that book, maybe because it's irrelevant, then don't let it be a minus for you, so that people don't look at the image and instead of them being drawn to your book and they're wondering, okay, I would love to buy this book, they're like, what kind of stupid image is this? Why is this image here? What does this image, so that you don't take people's focus and attention from what you want to achieve to the opposite, and you don't give them an opposite reaction. The whole idea is when you have an image, you should be able to spark interest in your target audience. Okay, it should be able to maybe generate certain emotions. Like if you observe the way I was talking before, if it was an image that was not appropriate, the emotions you'll be generating, it will be disgust, will be maybe as in curiosity, but not the best. Like, excuse me, why is this image here? Oh my goodness, this person, wasn't this person thinking right? That's not the attention you want. You don't want to take the attention from them querying your book and wondering and questioning why the image is there, to you want what you actually want them were like, oh wow, okay, and them seeing how it relates to them and your ebook cover resonating with them. Now, one thing I should let you know, which I have learned and which has really helped me, is done is better than perfect. As much as I've told you these tips, don't wait until you have the perfect ebook cover or maybe any kind of cover before you launch your book. Okay, start with something. At least with the tips I've provided, you could get something wonderful set up. Like I've spoken in the previous trainings, ebook cover is an investment, is not necessarily an expense that you have wasted your money. And I said there was one best-selling author that did mention one time like that. I said, okay, which one do you think is more expensive or cost more, a $5 ebook cover or maybe a $400 ebook cover? And the answer was more like, it depends. If your $5 ebook cover does not bring in any sales and it doesn't make you hit the bestseller list, then it's more of an expense. But if the $400 ebook cover contributes to the book such that maybe you're making like $3,000 per month from your book, it's just an illustration, then you have made your money back over and over again, and it's indeed an investment that you were able to get return on investment in. So see it as something you should not skimp on, something, because it's usually what people see. They'll say don't judge a book by its cover, but people tend to do that. Is when they see the book, it draws them, it attracts them, they're more likely to buy your book, because people buy based on perception, maybe based on reviews. And yesterday, I think I spoke about, was it yesterday or the day before yesterday, I spoke about reviews, testimonials, and I spoke about how to get reviews. And yeah, I said if you have gotten value, I would really appreciate it. Kindly just post a review of the value you have gotten, and why you think other people should join the group, or why you think other people should get in touch with me on how to write and publish their book. So those are some of the things that enable you to sell your book. Reviews is part of it, and I mentioned a good description is part of it. Okay, because as I mentioned, perception, they have not read your book. With Amazon, they might be able to use the look inside feature to be able to look inside and see maybe the first 10% of your book. Okay, but then that's why, like I said, it's going to be like a mini sales letter, or sales pitch. You're going to be telling them the value that they will get from reading the book. You're going to be telling them why you believe that it's possible they can achieve what the transformation they desire via your book, and so many things like that. So you give your best shot within the first 10%. And there's also the place for description, where you tell people, okay, why this book is important, and maybe reviews by other people pertaining to the book, and so many other things. So those are the things that people will see, and they will now have the right perception, and they'll say, oh, I will buy your book. Especially when it's an ebook that they have not seen before, that it's not like they went to a book stand and they picked it up and they lived through it to see what's the content. Okay, so just get started. done is better than perfect, but if you implement some of the things that I've said, you'll definitely be able to have something good enough that would attract people. Okay, now another thing I want you to know is that if you choose to outsource, even if you don't choose to outsource, you can choose to create a design brief for yourself that you could also give out if you want to be able to outsource the ebook cover. Okay, part of what you will let them know is that the book cover should be able to stand out even when it's small. Maybe the image is going to be small, such that it's going to be displayed on the Amazon bestseller list. Because if you go there and you're checking the bestseller list, you're going to see different cover images. Your own should also look nice. It should not just blend such that when people are looking, they can't really even observe your destiny, or the title does not stand out, or things like that. It should be clear enough so that even if the image is small, of course there will be times that the image will be used in a bigger form, but even if the image is in a smaller form, it should be such that they can see your book title. Okay. Now, another thing that you could put down in your design brief is that you should also let them know that you desire to have a good selling cover, not necessarily a good looking cover, yes, but it's not that the book should just be good looking enough, but it should also be a good selling cover. Let me give you an illustration. It's not everybody that knows it. It all depends on what you can afford and if you're giving your book cover to a professional. Like, I think Emeka Nobis was giving an illustration one time like that he was in a WhatsApp group, and maybe they were talking about something. I can't remember the whole story, but I'll just bring out the main point. And he now had an image in which he was sitting down. Then there was someone in that WhatsApp group that now said, oh, he should have stood, or maybe he could have done this, that the person asked why was he sitting down, that he could have stood. If he stands, it shows that he's in control, and spoke about the psychology behind standing in the image as against sitting down. And people got to know that, okay, this person is a professional. What am I trying to say? I'm trying to say that even though it's still the same image or the same person in maybe that image, there is a psychology behind it. So a professional knows that, okay, if this person is standing, based on the book title and the effect you want the person to have, this would resonate better and speak out a particular message better. Okay, so in that sense, it will probably most likely be like lead to the effect of being a good selling book cover, because there is the subconscious subliminal message that is being passed across that would connect with people that look at that image, whether they realize it or not, as against maybe if someone is sitting down and you're talking about domination. When you say dominate, it's like standing shoulder high, all those kind of things. So that's what I mean when I talk about maybe good selling as against good looking. That's just an illustration. Okay, so you're able to understand that might not necessarily follow, okay, but that might actually help. So another thing that you could let him know is maybe you could mention the keywords that you want to come to people's mind. Okay, let me just quickly say shout out. Favor, thank you for joining us. Samuel and Chijioke. Okay, so Favor says I'm in. I'm just saying it now. I don't know if you posted that before. It would be great to know what you're in for. Okay, so that I'll be able to talk more about it. But whatever you're in for, I'm sure it's great. Okay, so we talked about keywords. What keywords come to the mind of those that look at the book? Remember when I gave an illustration of when you put an irrelevant image, the person might be disgusted. So that's not a keyword you want. So the keyword, you don't want people to be disgusted, but if you want people to feel happiness, oh, okay, fantastic for the training. Okay, maybe you will kindly send me a DM after this training so we'll talk more, please. Thank you so much, Favor. Okay, so that's a direct message. You could just send me an inbox message, or maybe I'll contact you, any of the two. So you don't want them to feel disgusted. You don't want disgust, but maybe you are talking about happiness, or maybe people being relieved from anxiety. Whatever it is you're talking about, you want to be able to express it if you're using an image. Okay, so if it's that you want people to feel acceleration, you could put those keywords so that it helps the person to know the kind of image to use, or maybe the kind of colors, tones. I'm going deeper. Like I said, done is better than perfect. This one is more of a professional job. Professionals will most likely know maybe what colors to use to depict different kind of moods or tones and all that. But if you're doing it by yourself, or depending on how much you're even paying, it might just be the person might be able to do a good enough job. Because it's self-publishing, you have the opportunity to always change the cover later on. With Amazon, even if it's your manuscript, your book cover, your description, you can always update it later on. The whole idea is get started, write your book, publish. Okay, make progress. So I spoke about keywords. You could note that down in the design brief, and you could also note down other book covers that you like. For example, I am an online business coach, and my organization, my company, is also into website design. In our client requirement gathering process, we usually give out a form, and part of what we ask is websites that you like. What do you like about them? Or websites you don't like, what don't you like about them? So, and we use that to form the project brief and charter. So it's similar to this design brief. You could also state book covers that you like, so that the person does not really waste too much time. It also enables the person to have an idea of what you would love to see. So if you take time to do this homework, it really helps you on the designer, so that you don't have to start doing back and forth. And sometimes people be like, when I see it I will know. Okay, well, that's great, but usually if you're going to be doing when I see it I will know, it's great if you have a very sufficient budget for that, because time is being spent and time is money. So instead of you guys doing back and forth, if you go the extra mile in doing your homework for what you would love to have, it makes the job that you're going to give the professional easier, and it's going to make it easier for him to deliver the kind of ebook cover you would love. Okay, it's not compulsory, but it's just you going the extra mile if you so desire, or you just trust the person's judgment. In short, depending on who you're working with, the person might not be used to people bringing design brief, and the person like, what kind of work is this? But it all depends on your budget, and it depends on who you're working with. Okay, if you have questions, please don't forget to ask. Okay, I hope we're getting value. I hope we're understanding. If you are, just say yes. Let me know that you're with me. If you have questions, you could ask. Okay, I appreciate that. So so that forms your design brief, and once you have that, you can now choose to give it to a professional. So let me tell you some of the places where you could get someone to help you design your ebook cover. We have sites like Fiverr, we have sites like 99 Design, we have sites like Upwork, where you can get freelance designers. Even on this our platform, we have people that design ebook covers. I think there is, I don't know if it's on this platform, Joseph Phillips. I know of Wisdom Bradford. I know there is Olale Mustafa. So they design ebook covers. If you're interested, you can get in touch with them. Now we also Favor. What I did is that the training audios are still available in the group, so you could kindly just go through them. Actually, there is a fee for lifetime access, but because I want as many people as possible to be able to write and finish their book within this 30-day period, I did not pull down the audio recording after 24 hours like I initially said I was going to do. So right now you can still meet up by simply going through all the previous audio messages that we have. And if you also desire a more maybe extra hand holding from me to guide you and support you, we have a group support option, and we also have the one-on-one support option. So you could contact me if you love to have the group support option within this 30-day period, which will be ending I think on the 5th. Okay, you could get in touch with me, and it comes with several bonuses and resources so that I help you and guide you into completing your book and publishing on Amazon. We're going to be having a workshop soon this week, so please invite as many people as possible. In the workshop, I'm going to be showing how to publish our book on Amazon. Usually I also have videos that I do, training videos, workshop online courses, but they are usually taken down after 24 hours because they are actually paid trainings that I give out or that I show to people that sign up for them, maybe lifetime access or those that do coaching with me and consulting. But because I want as many people as possible to benefit from it, I do those training live, and after 24 hours I take it down. So just in case there's any video training that I've done that you might find beneficial, you can get in touch with me to purchase it if you're interested. Otherwise, the audio version would also be of great benefit to you. Okay, so now we now have softwares you could use. Like for my first book, part of what I was really gingered to start and complete my book, there was this mantra I had, which I read from a book by an international best-selling author, Chintley Bolt, and it's done is better than perfect, because I had the tendency to procrastinate, but by reading that, it made me know that I could just get started and publish. And once you're done, you can always, change the cover, you could update your manuscript, but don't keep waiting until it's perfect. You will never have a perfect book, okay? So, like I use Canva for my ebook cover. With Canva, you have some paid templates, you have some free templates, and with the free template, that means you will not pay a dime. With the paid templates, maybe we just pay to be able to use the image or something. So you can use Canva as a software for your ebook cover. Now, another software you can use is Pixel Cover. They have a whole collection of images that you could use, and there is also another that's like a one-off, but you will not be able to edit it by yourself, either using Photoshop or by using an online editing tool, or I think you can also use GIMP or an online tool in case you don't know how to use Photoshop or GIMP, which are like desktop tools. You can use, I think, Photopea or something like that to edit. So that's Pixel Cover. And there is another which is a one-off fee, and you have access to like about 100 ebook covers, high quality, good looking covers. Now, another option, there is another site, I've forgotten the name right now, but that one offers a subscription model, is a bit more expensive. You can either pay monthly or yearly and be able to create maybe as many ebook covers as you like, or as the plan allows you to create. Okay, so if you have questions, don't forget to ask and all. And yeah, like I said, please, I would love to get your testimonials. If you have gotten value in any way whatsoever, let me know. At least that way it's also going to really help me to be able to improve on the training. Let me know what your aha moments have been, what you have gained, and why you think you recommend this training to other people, what they can learn, or even why you should recommend other people to the group. So you could just post it on your timeline, and you can please tag me, you can mention me so I could get to see it, I could get to appreciate you. I'll really love that. Remember, I did tell you, hi Ijapari, although we're rounding up, but I'm sure you're able to listen to the audio at the end. Remember, I did mention the fact that you need to also ask your people for testimonials. Okay, I did attend a webinar yesterday, and someone was asking in which someone was trying to teach people how to be able to make 1 million naira from by using a webinar. And someone was asking, oh, what if I'm just starting? They said, well, even if you're just starting, you probably just try to provide that service for someone and ask them for testimonials and reviews, so that you could also use that testimonials and reviews in whatever it is you're doing. And that's part of what I taught a few days back, in which I told you part of the ways to sell your book is through reviews, Amazon reviews. And I've taught us before, I said part of your launch team, try to get people of international audience. Or maybe the person might even be a Nigerian, but maybe the person has bought from Amazon before, lives outside Nigeria, and has made a certain number of purchases, so that the person will be able to make reviews, because not everybody has the ability to make reviews on Amazon. Reviews really help you with sales. Even if you're not doing reviews on Amazon, maybe on your website, try to get testimonials. And I said, after all, you attend people's webinars, people that you have never met before, and they tell you stories. You don't even know whether it's fake or true, but you get drawn in. You get attracted, and they're like, okay, this person applied what I taught, and this person got this result. And it helps your target audience, because if there's someone looking for that solution and the person is wondering, oh, I don't think this solution exists, when they see the testimonials of your customers, it helps them to know that you have the solution to their problem, to their pain points, to their frustration. So that's one of the reasons why you should try to get testimonials, try to get reviews, try to get feedback. If you've given value, which I believe you have, through your book, that's part of the reasons why you chose to write your book, then let people know. Ask people for testimonials. So just listen to my previous audio. You will learn more about how to get testimonials, how to get reviews for your book. So I've gotten towards the end. Okay, before that, let me just quickly say something. Another thing you should note in your design brief is we can take it for granted, but I don't want us to take it for granted, is maybe you can specify the image format that you desire, or at least tell them that even though they're going to be giving you the source file, it's not everybody that will give you the source file. If they give you the source file, they might charge you more. For example, if they worked in Photoshop, then the Photoshop image, okay, and that Photoshop file, that might cost you more. Okay, but what you need is like maybe the JPEG format, the normal image format, PNG or something like that. So they should ensure they give you that, and not just give you maybe one complicated source file that you have to convert it. You have to be able to export the image to be able to get the image you need. So at least Amazon, if you want to upload your cover image, you need maybe like a bitmap image or JPEG or PNG. So JPEG, PNG should be fine, and your designer should be able to give you images in that format. Usually they would, depending on how much you're paying. Some might go the extra mile and give you the source file. Okay. So we've gotten to the end of today's session. If you have questions, please don't forget to ask. I have free gifts for those of us here. But before I give out my free gift, I'm going to ask a question. Okay? Now, how many of us have actually written our book and are about to launch? Maybe you have started the pre-order stage. If you have, please let me see you say hello. I know Favor Osiri is already in the pre-launch stage of our book. So anybody else? Favor Joshua, I don't know if you have started writing your book or you're just about to start. Samuel Franklin, I don't know. Do you have a book you are writing that you want to launch during this period before the year is over? Chidioke, do you? Ijapari, do you? Hello, Dada. Thank you for joining. So, do any of us? It will be good for me to have an answer while we're still here. Okay. Let me see. I don't know if you've commented. Yes, I'm trying to see if there's any new comments. Anybody? It's like I'm not really getting an answer. You want me to take my free gift away? Okay, Ijapari. Oh, fantastic. Have you launched it? Okay. So, Ijapari, you have written one. I have two things I want to do. I just got access to this ebook cover. Okay, Favor says she has a book, but it's on hardcover. Okay, great. So yeah, here's my gift. I want to give to, let me see, should I say 2 people, 3 people? Okay, I'm being very generous today. I want to give 3 people. If you are yet to design your ebook covers could cost anything, maybe from free if you're doing it yourself, and depending, might not always stand out, to 3k to 10k to 50k. It all depends. So I just got this ebook cover suit by Pixel Cover, and I would love to gift 3 people the opportunity to have their ebook covers created for them. Now, because I'm quite busy, I would have loved to say that I would do it for you, but it'll probably take a while. So the next best thing I'm going to do is I will give you, I'm going to show you the images. You will see the one that is appropriate for your book. You choose it, you get back to me, and that's going to be for those that are this live session. I think I know those people that joined us live here. So anybody that is interested, try to do that today. Get in touch with me as soon as we're done with this program here, audio training. So you're going to look at the different ebook cover images available, and you're going to choose the one you want. Then I'll send you the image so that you can just edit it by yourself. Ideally, this costs money, okay, but I'm going to give it to you for free. So all you just have to do is to change maybe the ebook cover name. If you feel like changing the image, you can change the image. If you feel like changing the the author name, you're going to change the author name. So does that sound cool? Is there anybody that is excited? Anybody, that would definitely save you money, because this what I have is a bunch of ebook cover images that is supposed to help save money. Professionally designed ebook cover images that most likely when you give a professional, that's the professional might use something similar to what I've just provided, or you might even use this same software to design your ebook cover for you. And all they just have to do will be to change it, and maybe you tell them, oh, this is the name of my book. They just change the name and they give it to you, and they charge you 3k, 5k, 10k, depending. I told you some people even do ebook covers for like 400k. If you convert that to Naira, how much would that be? Let's say 400 times how much? That's like above 100k, definitely. Okay, so if you're interested, just say, in short, that's how I'm going to know, because we're having a live session. Just say, yes, I'm interested. Type it in the comments, please. So 3 people, the first 3 people that told me yes, they're interested, and I'm going to know if you're indeed interested and you're eligible. That means you should have a book, you have your book title, and it should be your name that will be on it. So don't use this opportunity to say, oh my goodness, this is a wolf, I am going to use it to go and charge someone 20k and I get the ebook cover and I'm going to design the ebook cover for someone. No, I'm giving this to you as a gift. Okay, great. Ijapari says yes, I'm interested. Favor says I'm too. Great. So we have one more slot. I like to give out 2, but I'm giving out 3. So if I get one more yes, I'm interested, then we'll be able to round up. Okay, so you're getting something of great value, something you can edit. I have like 100 images. So all you just have to do, I will send it to the site where you can see all the images, and you can choose one so that I can try to identify it, send it to you, tell you what tool you can use. Maybe you probably use the online one, because if you are not really a techie, you might not really know how to use Photoshop or have access to the software or game. Okay, but there's this online tool. All you just have to use is to use a web browser. You edit the title, you edit the name, you're good to go. You have your ebook cover. Okay, all for free, courtesy Mayoko Catherine Egwali for this 30-day challenge. Okay, so I guess there are just two people that are interested, and that's Ijapari and Favor. I guess the other people don't really have their book yet, or maybe they've already gotten their ebook cover. So if you are writing your book right now within this 30-day challenge and you desire to have the ebook cover, just let me know. Okay, so thank you so much. I trust, as usual, you have been able to get value from today's training, and I did say I would love it, I would really appreciate it if you've gotten value. Just let me know. You can either post it in our group, you can post it on your timeline saying you've gotten value and what you've learned and why you recommend people who should join us for this 30-day challenge, or why you recommend people should get in touch with me if they desire to write and publish their book. Okay, so I love you guys. Thank you for listening in. Thank you for applying what you've learned, and thank you for making progress. Okay, cheers. Have a beautiful day. Bye bye.